Hey guys, Demi here from Atlas Vibrations, and I am here with your Aquarius full supermoon update read. Hopefully I can pull a couple cards for you guys today, but as you guys know, you've been feeling it. You've been probably seeing some people be, how do I put this, very nasty, in the sense of just going through this emotional clearing and coming to the realizations within our relationships where we are, what's going on with the groups that are around us, and what is actually essentially really happening to us with this full supermoon. Aquarian energy has to be, it is one of my favorites in the zodiac. Being that and everybody's like, well, Demi, maybe for some, you're Sagittarius moon, so yeah, it goes really well with Sagittarius because air and fire signs go really great together. But with this Aquarian supermoon, Aquarius is the water bearer. It is the actual vase that holds the water in regard to our society and everything. People think it's a water sign. It's not. And as you can see right over here, this is the actual sign of Aquarius, is the water and the vase that holds everything together, that is best for everything. We are a water, I would say, a water and earth planet. We need water to survive, and we need water to really keep us going. Like, our bodies can live without food more than it can with water. So that's the key to take with it, is we technically probably should, as we ascend, be more on a liquid based diet, being where we're at. But with ascension and ascension symptoms, we're finding that we need a little bit more durability during this time, and need to be actually more malleable and flowing with these energies as we go through the age of Aquarius. And so with this full moon, I should start by saying this video is going to be a little bit chopped up in areas, so that way, because it has a lot of different things that we need to cover with this and understanding Aquarian energy, because I feel like this is going to be the biggest update that I have for you when it comes to the Aquarian and the Golden Age. So with the moon, the super full moon, and right now, releasing of tension within the throat and neck, which is your throat chakra, and a massive clearing out of this chakra. So I've been hearing, for me personally, I've been hearing a lot of people cough, like they can't talk right. Yes, we do have a Mercury retrograde happening at the end of the month. So you're seeing the shadow energies. It's going to probably start within the next week or two. I've already been seeing it. I don't know if anybody else has. If you haven't, just leave it in the comment box below. Tell me what you've been seeing, because I'm curious about what other people see and how quick we see these things. So if you guys know what that means, just feel free to. If not, check out one of my Mercury retrograde videos. It'll tell you everything about Mercury and what it covers and heralds in that energy. So you may be feeling neck pain. And if you are feeling neck pain, you need to express yourself more in your verbal words, and you maybe holding back a lot. Choking or needing to stop talking is, once again, one of those things where to find that balance. So your throat chakra, the key to pretty much, I don't want to say living a successful human life, is to sit within your chakra systems and understanding when something's off. So I highly suggest looking up a chart of the chakra systems if you're not fully sure what it is. And the key is to keep it in balance, not overdo it, not have it overactive, and not to have it underactive. And our throat chakras are all about how we speak, our truths, how much we speak, how much we kind of put out verbally into the universe, and it also dictates our obviously our affirmations, and it connects to the third eye. So coming from the heart space, which is the bridge and the center of our bodies, and where our real epicenter is, to the throat, these two tend to get really, or even these three tend to get really kind of fucked up sometimes if we don't take care of it the way that we should. But throat-wise, like I said, so if you're not speaking your truth, if you're not telling the truth, if you're not expressing in how you feel within your words, then you're going to be experiencing these. Or even when we have these pains, it could also mean that we are not expressing to our partners or to our friends or any coworkers, our employers, where we are not getting what we need or the truth of the situation. And so once again, key is to find balance. So for example, I noticed last week that I was choking so much. I was kept coughing and coughing and coughing. And I was trying to honor myself with being more open and honest about how I felt. And I found that in that reality, I was over speaking too much. I started coughing. I was choking. My throat was dry. I was having issues with my teeth. So if you're finding any issues with your teeth, your jaw, anything in this kind of like area here, is where your throat chakra is going to sit in that center. So I found that I had to pick and choose my battles when it came to expressing how I felt and being honest about everything, because not everything needed my attention. So once I started to recede back a little bit, that's when it started to kind of balance out. Aquarian energy rules freedom. So aside from our throat chakras and that truth and that freedom setting way in our words and that air energy, because that's what Aquarius energy is, it's masculine, so it kind of, it's active. It doesn't sit and receive, it's proactive, it's physically, yes, I can't, speaking of throat chakra issues and not talking, but liberating in the sense of freedom, doing things in lieu of enlightenment, best for where, like for all and where you, like, so pretty much where you're feeling stuck. So we need to do things that really uplift us in regards to our freedom. And we're seeing right now that there's places that we are not free, that it is not free for everybody. There is no, I don't want to say justice, because Sagittarius and Libra can rule justice in those ways, but really seeing what is best for all and doing what is best for the uplifting and the enlightenment of the planet in the sense of love, light, forgiveness, and seeing where we are not, I want to say, Spirit saying, giving that, but also not getting kind of what we want out of life and that freedom. We're seeing too with freedom in groups and friendships. So you're seeing where you don't belong. You're seeing who is not in your circle and who isn't. And with full moons, I always say this, the moon goes through phases. So once the moon is at its highest peak is when the light, you can see pretty much everything lit up. So you didn't have all the pieces to the story in these cycles that we go through. So full spectrum on friends who are not your friends, seeing people who, groups that you don't resonate with, because Aquarius rules groups, whereas Leo rules the individual and what we bring to the group as a collective. And so you need both of those energies to balance out. And then seeing all of these different things that you haven't seen before. And I'll be honest with you, I've seen it. Like there's starting to see aspects of people that I saw before and within my friendship groups that I haven't seen before. And we need to sit with the retrograde in Venus with them in Leo, seeing where this relates to our friendships and our relationships. It's not a coincidence. The Venus retrograde is happening in the sign of Leo opposite of Aquarius. So I put out videos about it. I put out a tarot spread about it. Self-help worksheet. Definitely feel free to take a look at those, watch the videos, see what's going on. But this is all about growth. This is all about us ascending to a higher vibrational frequency. This is about us letting go of things that are holding us back, where we're not having that freedom, where we're maybe being too masculine energy and trying to control those things, but we need to do and kind of see what is best for all. So Aquarian energy also embodies fashion and eccentricity. So Aquarian energy is all about accepting people for who they are, no matter what the circumstances are. And so you were seeing all of these things with social change happening when it comes to I'm just going to put out there, how do I put it, LGBTQ plus community, all of those things happening where I want people to understand that hate should not be tolerated, and also the fact that it's just accepting people for who they are and who they want to be. It doesn't matter what any of those things are, and fashion-wise. So Aquarian energy allows us to be different. You can usually spot an Aquarius just because of how different they dress, how they act. Also new technology as well. So Aquarian energy is all about mental energy and technology. So if you're seeing new technological advances, new releases, you're also maybe seeing, well, I wouldn't say new releases, but that's kind of what it's about. So with the full moon, you're coming to a completion that there are some technology things that are outdated in your house, so they may be breaking. and maybe seeing where there is some things that need to be worked on. You may need to upgrade certain things, do some extra work to it, put some new pieces in, and once again, closing out major chapters and cycles of friendships and groups that you do not belong to, and finding maybe a new group that you belong to, or finding new other ways to go about things. I think that mainly too, shadow energy of Aquarius though is also feeling like we are so different and so different from the group that we cannot connect with other people. And this is where we need to not sit in that energy and realizing that we are all the same. Not that we all have the same fingerprints when it comes down to life and understanding where we are in our healing process and our own fingerprints when we make our lifetimes here within the birth chart. Because I hate to say this though, for those of you out there, your own fingerprints are going to be in your life path is different based off of the karma that we choose. But with Aquarian energy, we are learning to liberate from that. We are learning to liberate from all of the Capricorn energy that has been coming on from top-down government. So this is why you're seeing a massive amount of change. This planet is ruled by Uranus, whatever we want to call it, but radical change, radical freedom, radical acceptance, radical changes within who we are, accepting people for who we are, seeing that we're not so different from everybody else, that we all kind of go through the same things, and our emotions and how we feel are not far-fetched, and taking care of each other in the sense of giving water and giving life not only to the planet but to us and each other, and understanding what we truly need from those situations. Mental stimulation though, Aquarius is about the mind and how we think. And so you're coming to completions of seeing what has been mentally blocking up and taking your mind. Where can you not sit down and have a set place of like a free mind? You're seeing that there's certain things like where you're like, wow, I really can't think straight and I'm not grounded in my reality. And I'm having a lot of trouble sitting within that energy. And so Spirit is saying to us that this is a time to kind of sit back. I don't want to say kick back, sit back and relax. Like for some, they understand that we can't, but they want us to take back more of this energy where we feel that we are more in our energy with ourselves and seeing our relationships and revisiting them. Because I know for sure I saw some energies, like, and this is the funniest thing, like the Magician fell out, so Spirit's like, let's get some guidance cards. Trickster energies, like people that I thought that I knew who they were in regards to my friendship groups or the group that I thought that I belonged to, it just didn't. It's showing me that like there were trickster energies, that some people didn't have my best interest, and seeing that things were not always as they were, and seeing true colors of people. And Spirit's advice is to kind of let us see that, but also Seven of Pentacles upright. Long-term goals, like this is about us and seeing in our long-term visions of where we are, what we want to do, and continuing to grow and do what is best for society and a group. So this is also could mean connections to family, and this is for somebody specific, that maybe you feel that your group is your family, and making those decisions best for you that will bring to the group, or what is best for the group overall, not just only thinking about yourself, which is the opposite of Leo. I mean, yes, you need to sit with yourself, check to see what you need, but also seeing, hey, like, how is this going to affect everybody? How is this going to affect the group as a well-being, and do we have the best interest of the group as well? Also, too, Four of Swords upright, Daughter of Wands in this deck, Page of Wands, Father of Cups upright, and we have the Queen of Swords reversed, and the King of Cups. A lot of you guys are, once again, maybe have this clouded mentality about family, clouded mentality about things, and I think that for some of you, and what I mean by things is, you have ideas, eccentric ideas that you want to bring out to the group, to the collective, that you feel that would be great. And I think that there are a lot of people around you who are trying to keep you from doing that. It's particularly feminine energy. Like, there are some really, I hate to say it, jealous females out there who don't feel that they are in their energy as well as you are, and they try to say things that are really, really strict. And I feel this might be at work. Like, there are some people who just don't support you. You're uplifting, you're awakening, and there is just one person who is this King of Cups here, who understands you on an intellectual, emotional level and supports you. But you need to bring those ideas out and not let those other people kind of gear it around. I have about like 40 seconds left, but last but not least, the best practical action we can do during this Aquarian full supermoon is the Four of Pentacles reversed. We need to be a little bit more open and a little bit more giving and not be as stingy when it comes to, they're saying, exchanging energy, especially when it comes to being more vulnerable. And even for some, even with our money as well. Some of us are so set back in our ways about how we're trying to keep into ourselves and we don't share due to trust. But in this, once we learn to open up, share with the group, realize who isn't for us, who is for us, who we can trust and share things with, we'll see things better. So until next time, my friends, namaste.